I'm going to shave a whisker, though, because that competition was down to a whisker. I need to go shave.
You knew it was going to be close. I mean, the storylines behind it was spectacular with Amber Glenn winning it, but Alyssa Liu, that story coming back, Sarah Everhart and Brady Tennell. Stream even more figure skating live on Peacock. Join today, peacocktv.com/sports for Tara Lipinski, Johnny Weir, Gabriella Papadakis, Andrea Joyce, and Adam Rippon. I'm Terry Gannon. Not done yet. See you the rest of the way from Nationals in Wichita, everybody.
This is NBC4 News at 11.
I don't think you can realize how rough it is, how devastating it is until you see it.
And that he did see it for himself. President Trump on the ground and in the air today here in LA, surveying our wildfire disaster for himself. His message to homeowners in the burn zones and for lawmakers, they need to work first to clean up and then to rebuild. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Kathy Varr. We'll have much more on President Trump's visit shortly. But first, it is the final hours before the first rain of the season. Much needed, but with it comes a threat of flooding and mudslides.
Here's a live look from our 4 cameras across the region on what is turning out to be a beautiful Friday night. Right now, meteorologist David Bigger is here with a look at the timing of the rain and the flood watch now in effect. David.
And Colleen, it is a beautiful night out there. We just have some increase in clouds right now, and we actually should stay dry for much of the start of Saturday before we start to get some showers as we get into the afternoon and evening. Most of those showers will be on the light side. As we get into Sunday, the shower activity will start to increase. Some of these, though, may be on the heavier side. And the same goes for Monday. We'll still have some showers out there. Again, some of them may be on the heavier side. That is why there's a flood watch up for part of our area, mainly covering some of our burn scars, including especially the Hughes fire burn scar and the Eden fire burn scar. This goes into effect 4 p.m. on Sunday through 4 p.m. on Monday. We'll definitely have some runoff coming off of some of our burn scars with the rain, but there is the slight possibility that we could get some mudslides or debris flows if a heavier shower moves over some of these areas. So when all of this is all said and done, we'll pick up about ½ an inch of rain to 3/4 of an inch of rain across the region, but closer to the mountains, including some of our burn scars, we may pick up to as much as 1.5 inches of rain. But remember, this will be spread out over a period of time, so it's not going to be all at once. And we'll also be getting snow above about 4,000 feet. And that is why we actually have a winter storm warning up for some of the mountains and a winter weather advisory for the LA and Ventura County mountains. This goes into effect late tomorrow all the way through Monday. We could see as much as 12 inches of snow or more at some of the resorts. I'll have details on the rain and snow coming up in just a couple of minutes. I'll send it back over to you.
All right, David, thank you for that. Tonight, President Trump boarded Air Force One at LAX for a short trip to Las Vegas. This after spending several hours touring the wildfire damage in Pacific Palisades and meeting with state and local leaders.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom was the first to greet President Trump, the two putting aside political differences in an effort to work together and get Southern California the federal help it needs to rebuild and recover after the devastating wildfires.
And what you're seeing right here is a unique perspective. There you see these 2 Ospreys. They were all part of President Trump's detail as the president and the first lady took a helicopter ride over Pacific Palisades to view the destruction there firsthand. That's where we find NBC4's Robert Kovacic tonight with more on the visit and his meetings with the fire victims and leaders today. Robert.
Colleen and Kathy, when it comes to that visit, it comes just days after the inauguration. President Trump arriving here and proclaiming there can be no golden age without the Golden State. Here in the Pacific Palisades, it is paradise lost. But some residents making it very clear today they are ready to rebuild. But when it comes to that, the question is the leader of Los Angeles and the leader of the nation on the same page. President Trump's view of the Palisades from overhead surprised even him.
I don't think you can realize how rough it is, how devastating it is until you see it. I didn't realize. I mean, I saw a lot of bad things on television. It is devastation. It's incredible. It's really an incineration.
On the ground, the president and first lady met with families who once lived in homes that are no more.
The fire department's been amazing, but they need resources. In order for us to go back, we need better infrastructure. We need to make sure this will never happen again.
The president then vowed it's time to